Hey, what's up, fellas? Good morning, March 21st. This video is going to have to be one of the ongoing series we do here about the border. Um, I guess it's the first day of spring. There's a sun trying to come up over the Franklin Mountains. Got some good work done on the pool. I just have a little bit more to do. I'm waiting for it to warm up. Um, some of the people that I've known since I've been here in 2016 have reached out to me over this week, which is Thursday, which means from Sunday to now I've had 3 people reach out to me and ask me to help them with some of the things that they do that they consider normal, but they're very old school. Now, 2 of them want me to drive for them, and one of them wants me to help them with what's called personal security. Usually, if it's sometimes it's called executive security, anyways, or a security specialist. Anyways, I don't know if you guys are old enough to remember this, but back in the day, you used to get paid weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly, and sometimes that got paid in cash. One of the things these 3 men like to do is they like to hand the checks out in person. And they said they don't feel safe doing that anymore, and they'd rather have somebody there who has a license to carry. And anyways, it is what it is. So I'm going to tell you some of the things that have happened this week. I believe it is, I got the story up here on March 14th. One of the people that they apprehended, who had already made it across the border into the United States, but they stopped him because he was, if you put tattoos all over your face and you put teardrops down here, you're telling somebody a story, and you're telling them you are an affiliated gangster. And I do not think people realize how bad things are down here on the border. It's so bad that in order to try to make it seem normal, they move everybody at night. They hold them in pens and hold them in waiting areas and churches and stuff like that. Then they come and pick them up in buses, and they either bus them out, or they actually now take them over to the Air Force portion of Fort Bliss and put them on military flights and just send them wherever they're going. The point of this is, my wife waited her turn in line. We had to pay a lot of money. She had to go through all of her inspections, take her test, do her interviews, and all that kind of stuff to become a U.S. citizen. She raised her hands. Okay. These people just go to the front of the line. And I would have to say honestly that I think the majority of them are good people. And they're just looking for not only a handout, but hopefully a hand up. Do we need some of them? Yes. Do I think we should slow everything down? Absolutely, and figure out who got in. I'll link 2 videos, not 2 videos, I'll link 2 news stories. One about a guy who is it's actually a confirmed on the watch list for a terrorist who was in the country before they got him. And this guy here, they caught here in El Paso on the 14th. Is that right? Did I get that right? Is it the 14th? March 14th. I'll read you the headlines. El Paso, United States Border Patrol arrests Colombian with the Clan de Golfo, tattoos and torture photos on his phone. Now, I'm going to tell you something that's probably going to seem like, duh, yeah, we all know that. But some people are absolutely delusional about the world they live in. Now, if you run into a young man, middle-aged man, or even an old guy who's tatted up, and he has tattoos on his face anywhere in this triangle, anywhere from his forehead all the way down to his neck where he can display them, he's telling you who he is. This gentleman has 3 black teardrops on his cheek. I'll let you decide for yourself. So they stop him, and one of the things they stop him is they went through his cell phone, and he has torture videos in there where he was either torturing somebody or helped filming the torturing of people. How that fucking guy got into the United States, why he wasn't stopped and sent back, is beyond me. And that ties into why some of the older guys that like to do things old school way, like paying their employees and looking out for them, getting a chance to speak to them, they want security with them now whenever they go to do that, because they're realizing that they're you cannot, let me tell you something, you cannot snap your fingers and have a police officer appear. In fact, if you're in Pittsburgh and it's at night, good luck to you. I'm trying to make my point, and my point is there's a reason why we have a filtering process to keep these kinds of people out of our country. And it is our country. And if you ever come across one of these guys, like the guy from Colombia, he's willing to do anything to you to get what he wants. You have something he wants, like a car, a cell phone, money. He thinks he can rob you. He doesn't care. They're going to feed him 3 times a day in jail and get him medical care. In Colombia, those of us that have been arrested outside the United States, they don't have to fucking feed you. Anyways, let me just fucking stop. For those of you who do not believe that our border has been overrun, especially in the South, you have made a serious mistake. I am willing to do whatever it takes to protect the people I love, and God forbid something happens to them and I'm not there to help them. But if you do not own a weapon, I personally think that it's about time you at least carry a knife. If you can't fight, you should at least carry a knife. And I'll go over again in the next video on how to hold a knife. There's 2 positions to hold it. Knife always is in front. The other hand, non-dominant hand, comes up. Suk suk. And this is pakal. Anyways. The other thing is, I think you should invest some time, energy, and effort to learning how to shoot properly. And that includes being able to deploy, employ, get your weapons into the fight if need be. Those are all considered perishable skills that must be practiced, along with boxing, wrestling, a good sprawl. Anyways, I'm getting way off the subject. Listen. If these people, and they're already here, cannot find jobs to support their family, they're going to do whatever it takes. If you do not think the cartels are trying to reestablish markets or take over existing markets, you're out of your mind. Most of the people that deal serious weight in drugs are from Central and South America. And that includes from the Mexico on down. And you know what they do if they find a gang that won't do business with them, or they just kill them all. And you would not believe how much stuff goes on down here in El Paso that never makes it into the papers. All right. And also, when I get into about the knives, I'm going to tell you about there's some bad shit going on here. And I heard rumors of it, of there are actual groups that are... Anyways, I'm not going to talk about that. Anyways, I love you guys. Stay safe and healthy. Take care of each other if you can, and if you can't, you have to take care of yourselves. We are responsible. Our government is responsible for the people they let in here, and they turn them loose on the public. It is rational for you to believe from today forward that at least 4 times in your life you're going to be involved in a violent confrontation. And I would rather have you prepared, trained, especially on your perishable skills, boxing, wrestling, a good sprawl, knowing how to use a knife, knowing how to get a gun into the fight and operational, keeping it operational. Anyways, I'm not going to go. All right. Love you guys. I'm doing what I can to help you, but I don't know. I don't know. I think there's going to be some crazy shit that happens here in 2024. Like a fart in a G-string. I'm out of here. From West Texas, El Paso, I'm out of here. Bye-bye.